Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and attention coach Jeff Copper, and I'm here today to talk about ADHD and religion. I cannot tell you how many people I've coached around this and how it breaks my heart. Imagine that you're in synagogue or church or just somewhere and it's time to pray, or there's a sermon, or basically services are kind of going on. And those with ADHD have a self-regulation problem. All too often, their mind's wandering off to thinking about something else. And it's common that I hear those with ADHD talk about how they're in church and they're supposed to bow their head and they're supposed to pray, and they're supposed to be either listening to a prayer or they're supposed to say it themselves, and all of a sudden they're thinking about what happened yesterday, what they've got to do after the church, looking at the cracks of the floorboard. Their mind is somewhere else, and they describe to me how they're disappointed in themselves because they're supposed to be having this close, intimate relationship with God, and their mind is anywhere but on the task at hand. And the reason I want to do this video is if you can identify with this, I want you to know that you're not the only one out there. This is very, very common, almost pervasive, at least in the individuals that I've talked to. And if you are a believer in God, I don't think that He made you who you are, and to beat yourself up for that, I'm not so sure is really a healthy thing to do. But I will tell you this. We did an interview on Attention Talk Radio with a Steve Gundy one time, and he had an interesting tip. What he does is he takes a spiral notebook to church. And imagine that you're sitting there listening and listening to a prayer, or you do it yourself. And if you're sitting there and you're writing it out, the idea is you're focused on writing it. So if you're listening to the words and you're writing it, you've got a greater chance of paying attention to what you're hearing and actually what you're writing down. And even if it's silent prayer and you're actually writing it, it's a tool to kind of keep your mind focused on the thing at hand. It's difficult to have a thought of a prayer and be writing out the sentence and look at the cracks of the floorboard or think about what you did yesterday or the week before. It might not be the perfect solution for everybody, but if you're watching this video, you can identify with this. And for those few people out there that I can speak to, it is a very, 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 very a good solution for you. You might not want to take a spiral notebook into church, maybe a couple simple sheets of paper where you're writing on the Bible, using it as a backboard or hymnal. But anyway, just a unique tip. So we hope you enjoy it. We hope you find it useful. Please subscribe to Attention Talk Video. We've got a chock full of videos just like this with other tips, and share it with other people. So with that, we hope you enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.